We'll give everybody about 4 more minutes to get in here, and then we'll start. No, for these, I'm in the same spot, Mike. Yep. Yeah, all the live reviews I do from my computer desk. So the other 2 that I've done from here. Not a big deal. Okay, about 15 more seconds and then we'll go ahead and get into this beer. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'll roll the intro and then we'll go ahead and start getting into this beer. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to look at Bell's Brewing. This is Hell Hath No Fury. I guess just a tiny backstory on something like this. I guess some of my stuff's messed up. I've had this for pretty much every single year. I do have this. Usually we do go to the brewery to have this, and I've, for some reason, never thought about doing a review of this beer, but I do have it on my calendar, and from Bell's website, this is only available in September. So this is in between Harvest Ale and Hop Slam. So supposedly the next beer that's coming up this year is Hop Slam. I can't believe it's already been a year since they released Hop Slam. But okay, let's go ahead and get into this. This is a 7.5% ABV, and from what Untappd is showing, this is 8 IBUs. Bell's is calling this a Belgian-inspired dark ale. Obviously, if you've had this beer or know about this beer, this is along the lines of a Belgian Dubbel. Obviously, I think they go outside that realm. That's why they're calling it a Belgian-inspired dark ale. So let's go ahead and get into this. Right off the bat, the package date is 9/1/2017. I did get this straight from Bell's. I've had it probably a week. I think I got it last weekend. I'm going to go ahead and pour down the side so we don't get too big of head on this thing. Smell it already. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and shut some of this stuff off so we can, I guess, see more of the actual beer itself. So right off the bat, it is a chocolate tannish head, very small bubbles all the way around. Yeah, Mike, that's, if you go to Bell's website and look at their calendar, I'm on the Hell Hath No Fury webpage, and it is showing that their next one up's Hop Slam. So, but getting back to this one, if we look at the color, I am going to turn. It's almost, I would say, a Dr. Pepper color. Very dark caramel. Lots and lots of bubbles. I doubt you guys are going to be able to see this very well. It probably looks pitch black to you. But if I hold it up to the light that I do have, it is a very, it's almost, did I say Mountain Dew? I meant Dr. Pepper if I did. It's almost like a dark Dr. Pepper color. Reddish tint all the way around the glass. And let's go ahead and get into the smell. Some dark roast. I think the biggest thing that everybody would pick up on this is the chocolate. Yeah, the chocolate really stands out. A little bit of roasted malt with some dark fruits like some figs, plums, stuff like that. I'm guessing if you were to blind smell this, you would probably think it's some kind of chocolate stout more than anything. Let's go ahead and get a drink. Up front, you are getting like those dried fruits, the dark fruits. Plums, to me, is what I'm getting the most. In the middle to the back, that chocolate, roasted malts, and then a tiny bit of alcohol. If anything, I would say that on the alcohol note, this one is toned down from last year. Yeah, dried fruits up front. Tastes pretty good. I think, if anything, this beer, it's the chocolate and the roasted malts in the back that really stick out to me. Yeah, I do get a tiny bit of yeast in the very back, but it's almost like the aftertaste is where I get some of the yeast. Yeah, if you're thinking about a Belgium, usually they are strong with yeast, or you know that yeast is there. This to me, and I'm not sure if it's just from having Belgians, but the yeast to me is toned down in this, and I've never really thought it had a lot of yeast. I do know some people that say the yeast is too much, but to me, it's fine. It's perfect. I think the alcohol and yeast, you know, in the very back going down mix well together. I think, yeah, it's as far as a light, medium, or heavy bodied, I would say it is a medium. Like Mike's saying, I do think it does drink more like a stout than anything. It definitely doesn't drink like an ale, which to me is perfectly fine. I think back in the day, and I wish I took pictures and all that, but I could have swore back around, I don't know, 2003, 2004, somewhere in there, maybe 2005, this used to be like a 9% beer. I'm pretty sure. And that's when we used to go to Bell's before we had kids. This is all I would drink there when they had it anyway, and I'm pretty sure it was around 9%. I would have to go look, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the ABV was up there. But you can't really tell that the alcohol's that high. You do get a tiny bit, but not enough for me anyway. I would just keep on drinking this all day long. It's carved well. If anything, I think it's a little too much. Like the bubbles in your mouth pop like they should in an IPA. I think it needs to be toned down just a little bit. I can't remember last year if the carb level was this high or not. But yeah, to me, it is, let's just say, overcarb just a little bit. I do know some Belgians are highly carbed, but I think this one needs to come down just a little bit. And this has probably been out of the fridge 20-30 minutes, so it is a little bit warmer. I think it's better like that. I think you get more of those dark fruit notes, the figs, the plums that come out more in the beginning of the palate than when it's cold. But obviously, it does drink like a stout, so that's why I pretty much treat it like a stout. Even if when we used to go to Bell's and drink this, I would let it sit for probably 10 minutes, not 30, but I did pull this out when I started getting ready for this, and just left it out. So yeah, it's been sitting for a little bit. Lacing's good. It's still got a head. Yeah, this is definitely one that everybody should pick up if you can get it. I don't know how far it goes, if it goes out of Michigan or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the problem, and I don't know why. It is, you do get some of those malts in there, and for whatever reason, I love this beer. I would almost say I'm biased to this beer. Like, obviously I'll go ahead and score it. I would go with a 4.75 out of 5 on this one. I would drink this anytime, middle of the summer, winter, it wouldn't matter. If they had this out all year round, I would drink it all year round. But yeah, the dark fruits up front and that chocolate in the middle, chocolate with some toffee, and then back into a little bit of alcohol, roasted malts. Then, like I said, after it goes down, you do get a little bit of yeast, but almost a perfect beer. If anything, I would like to see the dark fruits up just a little bit, and I think it would be perfect. Going by Untapped, there's been 16,000 ratings on this, and the average is a 3.74. So I'm way above. Looking at like Mike's score, he also gave it a 4.75. So we are not the majority of the people scoring this lower. I almost want to say Beer Advocate gives it like a 3.5 or something like that. I think it's ridiculous. I was earlier today, I was looking at some of those just to see what people thought about it. And yeah, people were giving it like 5 out of 5 for color and aroma, and then like taste, they were giving it a 3, so they gave it a 3 overall. I don't really know how they score that or how they come up with that, but yeah, to me, this is almost a perfect beer. I think it should be available longer. I don't know why Bell's only has it out for a month or makes one run and then cuts it. I'm not sure. I would rather have this over Oberon or Hop Slam any day. I guess I can get the beer in here now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, I think that'll do it for tonight. Very good beer, in my opinion, by Bell's. It should be out longer. Again, if you can find it, I would go ahead and pick one up. It's definitely worth a try if you like Belgian Dubbels, or as they say, Belgian-inspired dark ales. Very good one from them. And here coming up this weekend will be the NE IPA Batch 2, the update video, or the tasting number 2. So also tonight I spent all night picking my Cascade hops, which if I remember correctly, I think I picked 30 ounces, 35 ounces, and it took me about an hour and a half, and I didn't even dent what I have. So lots of picking. I did fill up the screen, so that video will be coming out soon. I also have some more Bell's beers. I do have Oktoberfest Expedition Stout, the 2017 version and the 2014 version. I think it's been probably 7-8 years since I've had Expedition Stout from them. I was at the store obviously over the weekend, and they had the 2017, which just came out, and they also had the 2014 version that's been down in their cellar. Well, I know I'm not the majority. But so I'm going to do a side-by-side tasting of those two. Maybe I might do it blindfolded if Jessica is willing to help in that. And then we'll do that and just see if I can pick it out. I almost want to do 3, like do the 2017, do the 2014, and then do a blind tasting or something like that. But I could do a double-fisted showdown. It's been a while since we've done those, but we'll see. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, Happy brewing.